Yeah,
All right,
nothing
so
wrong with it.
say some shit.
Uh, Lily is free.
All right, cool. How's it going, everybody? It is me, Thiccas. This has been an idea I have been thinking about for a very long time. It is a little bit of a return of something I did years ago, back when we played Gigas and Tekken 7. Maybe the OGs will remember that I had a podcast with, Jesus Christ, this was way back, like Foes Force. That is like a OG, dude.
Oh yeah,
Also with Type and with Talon. It was about Gigas. But today we have a different guest, someone else.
a random guy you found on the street. Let's go.
What is this
Hey
fucking
guys, it's
intro?
me. So
What is that intro?
I don't fucking know, bro.
But yeah, it is the homie, someone very dear to my community, aka Solnox. So how's it going, Solnox? Talk a little bit about yourself. What's going on?
Bro, there's not much to talk about. For those who actually know me, like Lele and the other guys, I'm just do random ass streams and do random ass bullshit. Like there's no sense, there's nothing. I'm just there to have a good time and for everyone to have a good time. I am not famous. I am not that important.
Hey, shut
Therefore,
your
this
ass
is
up.
just
What is this, dog? Bro, Jesus Christ. All
calm
right.
down. Let me finish.
Okay.
Therefore, this podcast is just gonna be also just for the jokes and for the funnies, guys. That's all it is.
Yeah. So again, this is like a revive on like an idea we had, and the reason why we tried to revive this, or well, me, I tried to revive this idea. Um, lately, like a lot of things are worth talking about because a lot of shit happens, right? A lot of things happen in fighting games specifically. So we're probably gonna talk about like the direction fighting games are taking. That is like one of the biggest topics we can talk about today.
Oof, that's gonna be a big one.
It is a very broad topic
That
because
is a big one.
it's very for me at least, and for a lot of people it is a very like questionable thing people are doing, like the developers and the teams behind the games are doing right now. So you know what,
Go on.
I think, oh boy, here we go.
Oh, I think the keyword of today.
I think is definitely like the key term. How about we start with a fighting game we both play, but we both definitely have some gripes about it. And the big problem about this game is they don't need to do a lot to make it a fucking godlike game. I
I
think you already
already know
know
which one
which
it
game
is.
this is.
Yeah, I already know which one you're talking about.
So, could you please share your opinion about the game we're talking about, aka Street Fighter 6,
Street Fighter
aka
6.
Drive Russian 6, aka Throw Lupin 6, aka Marisa still doesn't have armor on fucking Superman Punch, aka got new buffs working overtime, but they literally do nothing. You go ahead and start. You go ahead and start.
Bro,
What do you think about it?
it's very simple. Like you just fucking said, it would just take one, two changes, two max changes, and the game would go from already a very solid game that it can be fun to play and all that, from just hey, here's this game that's literally perfected. Ups and downs here and there, right, on the balancing, but the baseline would be perfect. It's as simple as it just takes two changes.
Right.
Because Drive Rush is still a skip neutral button, a skip brain cells button, and just a win more button without any drawbacks.
Hmm.
And then we have grabs who are more oppressive on every character, and not actually no, that's a lie. Not every character even has a good, just a good grab in general, which is wild to me that not everyone has it. That's the first things first. And the fact that a normal grab has so much oppression for no good reason.
Yeah, yeah. Well, okay. So, I think this again. You already said like this might go off rails already, but
Yeah.
um, the reason why I think Street Fighter 6 is like the perfect example of what I wanted to say here is, would you say that fighting games lately are just hyper focused on aggression and making the defendant stress as much as possible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just yes.
Yeah.
There's no anything else.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I have to chime in, because this is really weird. Because my favorite fighting game of all time is Marvel vs. Capcom
Marvel
3.
vs. Capcom 3.
So me talking about boo hoo, everything is focused on aggression. Um, while there's a very big difference between these two games, okay? So I think everybody and their moms can press a button into Drive Rush. You go ahead and start doing wave dashes into canceling into lights in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You see where this difference is? Like, one is something behind execution and knowledge, right? Especially execution. It's mostly execution. To know how to perform wave dashes and cancel air dashes and shit into like instant overheads. That's execution. But the fact that someone in Street Fighter 6 has almost the same lethality while pressing one button into forward, because that is a drive rush cancel, is bonkers to me. I don't understand why this is the way to insert aggression and or pressure in a game right now.
Especially when there's a very aggressiveness because of a drive rush, but there is no good defense mechanism for it.
Okay, so I don't know, because so kind of like devil's advocate, right? A lot of people are saying like, oh, okay, but if X player is just drive rushing, well, stuff the drive rush.
But that's not what's the point here. Of course, if someone is just gonna drive rush with no protection, no nothing, just raw, he deserves to be punished, right?
Right.
That's no one is asking that. The question is, if he does it and it hits for free, why does it give him so much? Especially is when you can just cover it with whatever else. You can cancel a normal punch, a light punch, if I may be honest, which is the thing, to whatever you want with the drive rush. Giving him just a mix.
And the fucked up part is, it doesn't stop here. Did you block the drive rush button? It's not your turn.
It's not your turn?
I think that is the biggest fucking offender here. Like, okay, on hits, yeah, okay, you're getting something afterwards. Okay, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not, because you still skipped the neutral. But I blocked it. You skipped neutral. It only cost you, like, what, 1 bar? And now it's still not my turn. It legit feels like, cool, I did the right thing, blocking. But it's still not my turn. Where's my reward?
Again, it's just too much benefit without any punishment whatsoever, any drawbacks.
So, okay, here's the thing. You did say this a couple of times before, like your idea of fixing drive rush. So could you elaborate this?
There's multiple ways to fix it. There's the Dave way, like he said, that he shouldn't make any move plus for that matter, right? Like make it a skip neutral, but don't make it just a win button.
Right.
Don't make it like just any hit now is plus randomly. Sure, you get a massive boost in speed. That's fine. But don't make it just, oh, you blocked? Yeah, my turn again.
Yeah.
That's the way that Dave said it. And I also agree with it. But hey, no, we want to keep it a pressure button. We want to keep it a win more. Okay, then make it a drawback. Make it that if you get hit during your drive rush, since you're giving all your defense away for, aggression, make it that if you get caught slipping, it's a punish counter.
That
seems fair to me, right?
That is legit. I think that is like the best way to like fix the big issue. Like, okay, you're getting stuffed in drive rush. Well, you should die now because you took a risk. But it feels so like you don't take any risks.
You don't, because right now you don't. The worst you can get is a little counter, a little one. You know what you get with a little counter? Fuck all.
Yeah, I mean, okay, sure. It depends per matchup. Like some people really get.
It depends. True. It depends on the character. It depends when you did it, how you did it. But let's be honest. To what he was gonna get, that's nothing. That's nothing. He's losing nothing.
No, you're right. Yeah.
I think that's what they're kind of scared of doing. I don't know, because they made it sure that the drive rush is good, right? And it actually even the best example I can give you was like Terry, the buffs that he was given, right? One of the buffs it was given to the standing heavy punch, that punch that hits twice.
Yeah.
They give it like, I think it was like a +1 on the frame. That, it doesn't matter now. No, but it matters when you drive rush it.
Yeah.
So you can mix with it. So they are implementing things around the drive rush mechanic. So okay, they want to keep the fact that it's plus. That's good. Okay, that's fine. Make it a drawback.
So okay, so now we're kind of diving into again the topic we probably wanted to talk about, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is holding Capcom back of doing this? Because this has been legit an issue since release. And they know this. Capcom knows that this is an issue. So why the hell would they not fix this then?
Because it's working.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it's working. As much as we sure complain, right? The X number of people complain about it. Either be for like the just the grabbing loop, right?
Yeah, the throw looping.
The throw loop, thank you. The throw loop, either be because there's too much oppression, either be because there's not enough defense mechanisms. Yes, I know you. If you get blocked, you can do the mini drive impact, which pushes away. But let's be honest, if you get blocked doing that, you die even harder. So not worth it.
Yeah.
They're not gonna change it because it's working. So as long as it's working, they're gonna keep at it. Same thing with the patch notes. Like they're not gonna make big patch notes because they're afraid they're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, there's this saying, like, there's this random saying of, like, if it's not broken, you should not fix it, right?
You should not fix it, yeah.
Mm.
So even though we take it as a problem, they're like, yeah, but it could be worse. So they stick with it.
Right.
Sure, I still think that it would be better off if they actually implemented a reason to not just drive rush randomly. Drive rush MP randomly.
Huh.
It would have been nice,
Yeah.
but are they gonna do it? I honestly don't know. I cannot tell you yes. I cannot tell you no, because at some point they can just no. Let's nerf it. Let's make it a drawback, and there you go. But until then, we're blind.
So okay, this does raise the question, right? Because yeah, surely Street Fighter 6 is very successful. It legit reached, when Alice got released, it reached its highest point at 70+K. Bro, that in perspective to other games we know
Yeah.
is beyond bonkers. That's even more than Elden Ring and Destiny combined. I know Destiny's kind of dead and Elden Ring is an old game, but those are very famous games. Even those two combined right now does not top like 70K. So yeah, surely the game is doing really well. So my question is, like, what you said as well, like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. What should we do as the consumer base that actually despise it? But because here's the thing, believe it or not, well, you can believe this because we're one of them. Plenty of people don't like Street Fighter 6 for what it is. So what would be a smart thing for those people, to like, do they have to accept the fact that this is just Street Fighter 6, or is complaining and like trying to put the feedback where it's supposed to be, is it worth it? Or you know what I mean? Like what can people do to maybe embrace what the game is all about? Because trust me, this is gonna segue to a different topic I have.
Yeah, I have a feeling of it. I honestly think that both is a good idea. Like, you should complain, right? If something feels wrong, if something is not right, and if what you want for the game honestly will make it better, right?
Right.
Complaining is okay, but don't make it your whole thing, right? You gotta accept that sometimes that this is the game you're playing. This is how it is. Play with it, right? Play by its rules. You wanna complain, that's fine, right? But it's like, oh, Drive Rush is broken. I'm not going to use it because it's broken. Then let me be honest, you're being a fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
You're being a dumbass. Complain about it, sure, but then just putting yourself like on a disadvantage just because you're standing on a high horse saying, "Oh, I'm not going to use that." No, use it. You're playing the game. That's how it works. It's like the same thing with Tekken. Like, oh, I'm not going to use the heat or something. Use it. That's part of the game now.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
But okay. Again, I'm gonna be a little bit of a devil's advocate kind of role today.
Go on.
You do understand that? Okay, yeah, you have this big gripe about the game mechanic, right?
Yeah.
But you're still passionate about, like, let's say Street Fighter 6 and or Tekken. But it really feels lame to use that kind of shit.
It does.
So then you're in this conflicted situation where, like, I want to love this game because I am truly a Street Fighter fan and or a Tekken fan, but I really can't see myself use X or Y mechanic because, Jesus Christ, it's lame as fuck. So what do you do then?
cannot answer you that because I really can't. Because at that point, if you're not having fun, you just stop playing the game, right?
And that's where
Th- th- at-
yeah.
yeah, at that point, you just stop playing the game. Because if you're not having fun, what are you doing?
So this is why I wanted to segue into this kind of direction. Well, there is a person between us two that actually landed in this situation.
Hmm.
Because let's be real, dude. I'll have to be honest, dude. For how many times I've been slandering Tekken and or Street Fighter, I do really like them both, right? I want the
Same,
best for both of the games, like
same,
absolutely.
man.
They deserve, like the games deserve to be the best of themselves, right? The best version of themselves. But I have been in these kind of situations so many times since like Street Fighter, where I'm like, oh my god, Marisa's so sick. I love Marisa. It is like such a godlike design of a character. So I want to make her work. But then the way you have to play with Marisa, and yeah, I'm by the way, I put like a little bit us versus each other in the back so you can maybe see it. But the way you have to play Marisa from time to times is literally be a drive rush merchant. Like from some moments to moments, if I get a knockdown, why won't I drive rush here?
You just win, literally. You're just winning with that.
Yeah, exactly. Why would I not? Okay, I get a knockdown. Why would I not drive rush into charge HP for being at least +9 or +12 on hit? You see what I mean? And in season 1, as an example, and also season 2, I really didn't like the idea of drive rushing as much. But that gave me like the lamest experience of Street Fighter 6 because everybody else did it. And why am I not doing it? Well, because I find it really lame. So you're in this mix-up where you're like, is this really the game I want to play? Or do I just have to accept this is just not a game for me? And I think Tekken 8 is an even more extreme of an example.
It is, honestly, because Street Fighter 6 is like a mechanic or two, right? Because it's all because of drive rush and shit like that. But talking about Tekken, it's like the game changed, literally.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't it's with Tekken 8, we really tried to make like to have some fun in Tekken 8, even season 1. I know that people are actually like hyping up season 1 right now. I'm like, bro, season 1 was also fucking dog shit. I don't know.
Was ass, bro.
But yeah,
Season
legit.
one was ass.
Legit, bro. Season 1 was fucking hot garbage. Season 2 was fucking hot garbage. Season 3 right now became a bit better, but it's still garbage. Let's not.
Hot garbage, bro.
Let's.
It's hot garbage with the new paint, fucking paint. You cannot tell
Legit,
me.
they literally put like a new lick of paint on the trash can. Like, yeah, it's good. Like, Heat got gutted. I'm very happy that Heat got gutted to this level. Yeah, great.
Keep doing it. Keep
Great.
going. But it's still not fix everything.
No. People still think that kooky, wacky ass still spin multiple times in combos. Buns wall splatting from like a range 5 if they heat
Fucking
engage.
yeah, man.
Like, bro, like, there's so many things that are still an issue. But okay, so this is topic number 2 I wanted to talk about because this is the perfect segue to it. Would that be a Tekken problem or would that be the consumer's problem? So what am I trying to ask here? So this question got heavily inspired by, I think that podcast was called Heat Speak, where Spaghetti Rip had Super Akuma, Joey Fury, Aris the Goat, and I think
Goddamn Eris, let's go.
I think it was Rip. Yeah, Rip. I think Rip was also there. And the conversation was about Tekken. And they had like a perfect example of we know Tekken for what it was. And that's what we enjoyed. Right? T7 as an example. Yeah, I enjoyed Tekken 7 because Gigas. And yeah, Season 1 and Season 2 were fun. But this is not Tekken 7. This is Tekken 8. Yes, the name is Tekken. It is still called Tekken. But is it the same product we loved before? Do you kind of see where I'm going with
Yeah.
this?
Is this now still a Tekken or is just the name? That's the question.
Yeah, is this legit like is it like delusional to still think that the Tekken you loved should be the Tekken we're playing now? Or is this an issue from Bandai changing it as much? And I'll go. Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted to talk about.
No, shoot it. Let's go.
Before, I was the latter. I actually really, really tried to force my way to say, like, no, Tekken 8 should be this. Tekken 8 should be that. Tekken 8 should never have this. Tekken blah, 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 blah. Because Tekken 7 had this. Because Tekken 6 had this. But the more I made my distance between Tekken and myself, the more I just realized, okay, but what if they just don't want to make that happen again? Because it's a different fucking game. It's not Tekken 7, it's Tekken 8. So, after a very long time not playing it, right, and I'm still not really playing it, I play it from time to time, like once a month if Dave is here. I just really noticed, like, yeah, if you embrace what Tekken 8 is now, yeah, it has flaws. It definitely has flaws. But that is just what Tekken 8 is. And if you respect Tekken 8 for what it is, maybe you can find a bit more fun and reasons to play it. Not me, absolutely not me. I just don't enjoy what Tekken 8 is all about. But is it still worth it to try and kind of, it's not lying to yourself, but having this image of something you truly want to see happening on something that will never be that? Does that make any sense?
I get what you mean. Yeah, I get what you mean. Look, I also am like, I'm from Tekken 7, right? That was my first, not only my first Tekken, but also my first actual fighting game I actually gave a shit about.
Mm.
And like I told you, I think it was on stream that I told you, I was used to that. I was taught that if you just spam buttons, right, you're gonna get clapped, right?
Yeah.
There's gonna be someone who knows that what you're doing is like minus 10, minus 14, minus whatever, and you're gonna get fucked because of that, right? Because you actually need to understand what each button does. You cannot just press a random on, oh, I won the game.
No, facts.
Tekken 8, I didn't feel that. Sure, there was those moves that, okay, this is minus. I'm gonna punish that. But there were way too many moves as I said, oh yeah, now I'm plus. Oh yeah, now I'm plus. Oh yeah, now I'm plus. Oh yeah, I'm plus. I felt that either I didn't have a time to breathe, or I didn't give my opponent the time to breathe.
Yeah.
And like, is that Tekken? Maybe? I mean, it's not the Tekken I was taught about, right? That's not 7, like you said. That is not the thing I was taught about. It's the
Right.
same characters. It's in a way the same fighting styles. Still poking, right? They're still poking in the game, but it's just not the game plan anymore. The game plan now is suffocating the opponent to the point they make a mistake. I
Yeah.
know, ship. Now it's reduced, right? But still. And the question is it okay to be called Tekken? Yeah, it is.
Mm.
Games change over time. Like, we cannot compare Tekken 5 to Tekken 7 even, right? We cannot compare those two games.
No,
We cannot.
no,
We cannot.
no.
So that's already shows that the games change over time, right? I mean, fuck. When Tekken 7, when I went to see other Tekkens, when Tekken 7 added like the rage art, right, and the just those special moves that give you a cutscene and shit.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
already like, wow, this is fucking weird. Because why should you be given a button that gives you infinite armor and then does a lot of damage just because? And now we're on Tekken 8 where you get that for free.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about rage drives, right? For Tekken 7.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like, there was jumps, right? There is a jump, but it's still Tekken. Not the Tekken that we know, right? But it is still Tekken. Just not well made now, right? Because of all the problems.
Yeah.
But let's say like in a perfect world, right? They fix the dumbass fucking Ultra Plus, the bugs, the problem characters, right? I don't play Tekken anymore, so I don't know which ones are still the problem ones or not. Do tell me if you know one of them.
Probably Byron. Byron's always
Sure.
an issue.
Brian, let's say Brian, like if you fix some of the problems that certain characters have, right? That fucking one bullshit button, still make it an oppressive game, make it a show-off game, right? With heat and all that. That's fine. But don't let like the bugs and the shit control it like that. It can still be Tekken. It can be a different Tekken. That's fine. But is it my Tekken? No, honestly not.
So, okay. This again, that's like very well put, by the way. But now the question comes around, and the question will be what? So again, devil's advocate, right? You did talk about like the issues Tekken has right now, and let's not talk about the bugs because the bugs are clearly something they have to fix.
They have to fix exactly.
But what if I just say that what we find problems, they find intended?
It's just not made for us. But if I
Exactly.
may say it also, it's very weird because in one side, if you go like to the Steam charts and something, right, you see Tekken like being sometimes mostly negative or mixed, right?
Yeah.
But on the other side, it's still like very much played.
Yep. Facts.
Now, is it played because it used to be love? Is it played out of spite? Or is it being played because it's in a way actually working? They just have to perfect it.
Mm.
That is actually my real question, because are we just going on like a nostalgia trip, if that makes sense, right? With Tekken 8, because oh, it's Tekken, it's the new one, so therefore I have to play it.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
is there an actual recipe for success? They are just not getting it yet.
That's the problem because you would think that Tekken is not doing well, but that's false. It is
Yeah,
doing
it is
really
actually doing
well.
well, which is strange, right? Because most people I hear complain about it, but then I go and see, it's like, it doesn't look like it's dying at all. It's like he's doing well.
And I think okay, so the big offender here is like okay, we are in this community, right? We are in this community that actually know their things about fighting games, but Tekken 8 is not only a game for us. Tekken has been, honestly, I wanted to say end of season. I think the end of season 4 to season 3 in Tekken 7, it started to kind of also target other audiences, which would be the casual audience. I think you would probably already predicted that I'm going to this
Yeah.
kind of direction.
Yeah, let's go.
But that's also the question here now is like, did the casual community? No, I'm not. I'm asking wrong. The focus on the player base, right? Is that something that the companies are doing wrong now?
They have to pick a side.
Damn, they
Because
cannot be in between that ass, bro. They have to pick a
No,
side.
you know why? Because that's what's happening. They're not doing either one or the other well.
Yeah,
If you look,
yeah,
if you try to base a game around the competitive side, right?
mm,
You're gonna get a game that's good for the competitors, like for people who go to Evo, the people on high ranks. But then there's gonna be people complaining on the bottom, right? Because they don't know how certain things work.
yeah.
Are you gonna listen to the ones on the bottom now and buff Ryu level 1, right? And make him have a gun? Or are you gonna listen to the competitors and keep the game stable, but you're gonna make certain people not want to play the game, right?
Yeah.
Because it's, and I quote, just not for them.
Holy shit! I forgot Ryu had a gun.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't. I fought 7 Ryus when I was doing ranks. I almost broke my controller. Anyways,
Holy shit!
because Tekken is right now doing that. On one side, they're trying to sometimes listen to, the high rank people.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they're saying silence the green rank is talking. And then we get whatever the fuck the other passionals were.
It's
So they have to pick a side. Either they get a lot of people to play the game for fun, right? Which can still be competitive, mind you, right?
yeah,
It
absolutely.
can still be competitive.
Absolutely.
Because people on higher ranks and competitive and shit can still learn from this. But if they're gonna focus 100%, they have to choose 100%. Either focus on the casuals and bring in more people and shit like that, and still try to make somewhat of a competitive scene, or 100% focus on the competitive scene, and whoever is left is left. Simple as that. If you keep in the middle, you're not gonna do neither one side or the other side well. Simple as that.
So here's the problem about this. Again, devil's advocate. I'm gonna say this 1,000 times today, but
Shoot it.
so do you by any chance know the most successful fighting game company at this day and age?
No, do tell me.
Mortal Kombat.
Let's see.
So you might see the issue here. This game
Continue.
has zero support now. This game is fucking dead. It is not on Evo. It has zero competitive. Oh, okay. It definitely has a competitive team somewhere. But competitive wise and higher rank, higher level wise, this game is fucking dust and air.
Yeah.
Yet, it is the most successful fighting game out there now because it has the biggest numbers in sales. So, why would a company focus on the higher echelon of people and players if that would not target the casual audience that would just want to dump it? Because here's the thing, that's the problem. Casual will still buy it, and that already is enough for the development, like the developers team, right? Because okay, you bought a copy. That is exactly what we want.
That's the money got, and that's it. It's on the pocket.
And
already.
that's it. It's in the pocket. What happens after? We don't give a fuck. If we can sell one copy, that's the only thing we want. So how about we make the game as accessible as possible, so the casual audience will be like, "Wow, I can do an electric with just this button. This looks sick. I'm buying this game now."
What did Aris call it? Special needs mode.
Special needs mode, bro. Bro, special. Look at the screen, Michael. Look at the screen. This is what you've done. But I hate to say it, but a bunch of casual people fucking love that shit. They legit were oozing when Clive was in Tekken 8. Meanwhile,
probably brought people from Final Fantasy to Tekken.
Well. Bro, legit. And the moment I saw that reveal, because I legit saw live, right? I was legit saying to the wife, bro, I said to the wife, I turned this shit off. Bro, turn that shit off. The wife looked at me, she's like, who is this? I legit said to her, I don't care. I don't want to play this anymore. Because I knew Clive is going to be specially crafted for the biggest casual audience ever made in Tekken, and I was not wrong. That character...
No, you were 100% on the fucking point, man.
That character, and I still think till this day, is fucking bonkers. I have no idea how this character is still alive in this condition. But this is what I mean.
Remember when... They were half on the point, by the way. Everyone was asking for Tifa, which is a Final Fantasy character. They got half of it.
They got half of it, and now they're still asking for Tifa. And Tifa will definitely suddenly appear. I don't know why, when, but it will happen.
She would at least... Okay, Devil's Advocate as well. She would at least make sense as a fighting game character.
Oh, yeah.
Clive does not make sense whatsoever.
No.
I'm gonna be honest.
So that's what I mean, dude. I don't know. I really don't know. I feel lost in this convo because I truly think that, us, a player base that is kind of, we commit to the fighting game. We keep that shit and the service alive. We don't just buy it, play story mode once or twice, and then the game is catching dust. We actually keep playing it to become better or have fun, enjoy our time, fighting against homies, fighting in ranked. We're actually using we are putting so much time and effort in that game because the game deserves it. But it kind of feels lately that they don't care about that. They only care about Oonga Boonga, buy the game, give us numbers. Oh, look, wow, numbers sick.
Remember when, the fact that they added, a shop, right?
And Battle Pass.
In my brain, Battle Pass. In my brain, I was like, okay, this could actually be useful for them to keep gathering money, right? So they can support the more non-casuals. Correct? Hey, we make the game for you, and you guys keep us up. That type of trade-off. But the Battle Pass and the shop was not made for people who give more a shit about the game. It was made for casuals.
Bro, can we talk about the ball?
The fucking sphere.
Sphere, dude. Come on. Bandai.
Bro, they were cooking. They were cooking something. I don't know what that was, but he burned the kitchen.
Bro, don't ever enter the kitchen again, bro. That shit was fucking burnt. I don't know. That shit was raw. It was extreme. It didn't even have textures, bro. It's so raw. But
no textures is wild, by the way.
No textures, nothing. Just
no
sphere.
Textures is wild. No color, no nothing, man. It was literally, bro, go to Unity. I have an idea.
Bro, and the crazy part is, it was not even the free item of the battle. No, you had to have the
It
premium
was
pass.
paid, man, paid.
So this is what I mean, dude. I don't know, like, well, here we go. Back in my days, when I bought a fighting game, I know, okay, so this is a little bit of a meme, right? Because some people are using this argument where, yeah, back in the, 2000s, if you bought a fighting game, that shit was just full complete. It was not a season pass. It was not like a DLC pass. It was just, you buy the game for what it is. Good shit. That's it. And I don't understand what made this turnaround happen where every fucking fighting game now is extremely reliant to like DLC lines, and I don't understand.
Okay. In my view, right? If they came out with a bit of a more complete roster, right? It's fine if they afterwards say, you know what, let's add more characters that the people want, right?
Yeah.
That people want, not guest characters, right? Because the other company paid us a bit for us to switch characters, right? No. Sure, if they want a guest character, we'll make it. But
Yeah.
no, hey, here's a roster with literally at least like a big number of the characters of the game already in it, right? And you have a bit of each style, a bit of grappler, a bit of rushdown, a bit of zoner, a bit of everything, right? You have a bit of style of everything.
Right.
And then afterwards say, hey guys, we're gonna continue like supporting the servers and we're gonna make DLC so you guys can have more characters and we can still support it, right?
Yeah.
That's fair. If you come out with a half-completed game and then you make us pay for the rest, that's when the problem starts.
Yeah, that is weird, yeah. That's also something I wanted to talk about. The way fighting games, like, monetize their games and shit, because, okay, well, you were talking about how Ad got released, right? Can I talk about this game, this little game we know and probably don't like as much, but this game has been in development for 10 years. Okay? And they dropped the game with 10 characters. Bro, it's a 2v2 game. You dropped...
Oh, we're talking about this one.
You dropped 10 characters, having 10 years time, and you charge us $100 for a skin. What is going on? This is what I mean, dude. I don't know. I think I am genuinely, and I'm not sure if the prices are like genuinely that scuffed. I'm not sure, but I've seen people paying hundreds of bucks into XKL. But am I too old-fashioned that I just prefer buy the game? The game is complete, done.
No, you're not. You're not wrong with this. You're not wrong. Again, like making skins to keep a game alive. That's fine, right?
Yeah.
That's fine because you're not making like characters, which is actually the gameplay, on a paywall, right? Especially because it's Riot Games. Riot Games is like a lot of money, right? They do not need a lot of money. They already have it thanks to like League of Legends and shit.
Yeah.
But like the Pomir said, 10 characters in a
Bro.
2v2 game?
Dude, bro.
You're missing a point, bro. Especially because the characters come from the universe of League of Legends. Do you know how many fucking characters they have to make?
Yeah, and that's the weird
The
part.
list is massive.
League of Legends has a lot of champions, right?
A lot of them. Like, the number I cannot tell you 100%, but I'm pretty sure we're above 100 champions at this point. If not, like, 60.
This is what I mean. I don't know. Well, here you go again. I guess I'm just this dumbass boomer always thinking back when the day I bought Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and it had a mad good roster. Everybody was fun to play. You only had 2 DLC characters, which were Shuma and Jill. They were cheap as fuck as well. Not like cheap in game, but like the amount of money you had to spend. Bro, they cost nothing. And it was just fun. And so here's the thing. And that's also segueing to like a different topic, which is balance. Before, you bought the game for what it was, and patching the game was really rare, right? I don't even know if Marvel never had a patch. Like for what I know, it never had a patch.
It never really had a patch.
It never had a patch because, dude, they're like one-touch infinites and shit. They should have probably patched it, but they didn't.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. I thought that was just part of the game.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's part of the game. Skill expression.
That's part of the game, but I cannot think of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, actually any Marvel vs. Capcom, without being, oh yeah, let me just do an infinite right now mid-screen.
You know what? And I fucking take it because that shit is hard. So if you can
I'm
do
not
it,
saying easy.
if you
I cannot think of the game without that, to be honest, at this point.
no, same. And I've been playing it a lot, and I'm always like, oh, okay, you got touched, GG's. Unless you're whack, then it's legit like, oh, you touched me, you cannot kill me because you're trash. Imagine if that would be in other fighting games now. If you're trash, you should not get rewarded. If you're good, you should get reward. Okay, back to what I said. And then this kind of has to do with, the entire philosophy of why are fighting games feeling so scuffed to offense and defense and balancing. I really don't understand why now we have the luxury to patch a game from, like, I don't know, in like minutes, hours. Okay, let's say hours. Okay, let's not act like balancing a game is matters of hours or like minutes. It takes time to understand. All right, what should we do? Why would we not do this? Blah blah blah. So okay, fair enough. So why the fuck doesn't it happen then? Because Street Fighter is a perfect example. I know we're going back to Street Fighter. Oh god, dear god. But let me use my character as an example, Marisa. Okay, it's gonna be bullshit if I say that Marisa is playing exactly the same as Season 1 Marisa. That's just a lie. Because yeah, from time to time she got buffs, fixes, changes, nerfs. Don't ask me why she got nerfs, but she got nerfs. But if I play Marisa right now, it feels 80% the same as Season 1 Marisa.
Okay, no, I'm gonna help you with this, because
Okay.
I'm gonna help you with this. There's an actual character who's been playing the same since Season 1.
Lily?
Lily.
Yeah, bro, I don't know.
Lily has not changed, like, in a major way whatsoever. She still does the same 3 things.
Yeah.
Down, heavy punch.
That's it. No, that's it. Congratulations.
Calm. That is the primary one. I'll give you that.
That's it. That's Lily, bro. Down
That's
HP.
Down HP. Getting the stack right, the stack to do the fucking rush forward, so she's plus to a mix.
Yeah.
And then from time to time, a grab, right?
Yeah, command grab. Yeah.
From time to time, which I hate the fact that she's supposed to be like kind of a grappler, right, with a little buff mechanic and all that shit. That's the least of her uses. She mostly uses down HP because poking, advantage, and range.
Yeah.
As she be given a buff to change some things, yeah, there was buffs if you wanna call them, but I'm pretty sure, and like Rufamunga, right? Because he actually talked about this at some point. He just said they just giving it to just give it. They're not giving it because they want the character to be good. They're giving it just to say, hey, we did do something.
Yeah.
Is it something good?
No. It's okay. There must be a reason why they choose to fix and change shit like this.
I wish I could tell you, but I don't know. Because in the same way as like Lily and Onda are just getting like small mini buffs, right?
Yeah.
Ryu got a gun. Sagat went from
don't start,
to
bro.
top
Oh my god.
Bison got buffed for some reason.
Bro.
So did Rashid. Ed is still alive, and so is JP.
Bro,
so,
JP is...
Again, like, they do good things, don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure what they're so scared of.
Yeah, and that's when we go back to what we just said. If it's not broken, don't fix it.
But it is. It is broken. That's the problem.
Yeah, but here we go again. Does the casual audience find it as big as a problem? Because the game is running amok with the biggest player count now. So they don't have any fucking reason to do something. Do I like it? No, I really don't.
But it's working, so
That's
fighting games are hard to balance, to be fair.
yeah. It's hard to find balance between the casual audience and the audience we are, right? Like we're more advanced, intermediate. So it kind of sucks that they have to get they have to aim their scope towards the casual audience because unfortunately enough, it is the bigger audience. That is the part that bugs me the most because casuals are the bigger audience, so they get more focus. But they only play your game for like 2 hours, bro. Like we don't. We try to make the game work and have fun, like real fun. But your priority isn't like the different angle.
Remember that when the game goes to shit, who's gonna stay there to actually play the game still? It's not gonna be the casuals.
No. This is gonna be my favorite topic. Ooh. I'm gonna be unfiltered as fuck about this.
I'm excited. Let's go.
Why are y'all bitches online such bitches? Jesus fucking Christ, run the set. I'm sick and bro, I am so sick and tired of people one and dunning, running, plugging, bitching, moaning, giving up. Bro, I don't give a fuck if you're a casual or not. I don't give a fuck if you're a master rank or rookie. I don't give a fuck what your fucking rank says. Please just at least... Okay, so I'm ranting, but genuinely though, if you boot up a fighting game and you choose to go online, you should know that the chances are that you fight against someone that is just better than you. Why, and I repeat, why are people so focused on, oh no, I can't win, I have to run?
Remember the guy from yesterday on my stream?
Bro,
the Alex.
This is the perfect example. He lost like what? No, he won. He won times.
3 times.
Yeah.
3 times he won, fair and square. He was playing like a gorilla because that's how Alex plays, right?
Yes.
That's fine. That's the character. And the moment I smelled his bullshit, I understood how he plays. I started to poke him, outplay him, and space him. The moment I got him on the ropes, he dropped the controller and gave up. The moment. Not like, damn, he understood me. Let me change it up. No, it's them. I'm gonna cry. And he pissed me the fuck off. I even teabagged his ass and everything.
Yes, I was
I'm
there.
not apologizing.
I liked it. I loved it. Do it more. Do it more.
I am not apologizing.
No, but
I do agree. Like, people are getting to the point where they don't want to learn. They just want to win.
And this, I fucking hate to ask this because, I'm the devil's advocate kind of dude today and I hate it, but...
You have to. Even though you're unfiltered, you have to.
But here's the thing. They are not forced to learn shit. They can play however the fuck they want. They bought their game. They can do what the fuck they want.
Sure, they can do whatever they want. They can literally just out there for if they wish. Is it fun for anybody if you do that? No.
That's the thing. They are, I hate this because it's exactly not how I think, right? But
yeah,
it's on them to manipulate their ways to have as much fun as they can have. If that means that they fight against someone, imagine you've seen my Marisa, right? It's not a bad Marisa. So
no, it's very good.
If this Ken player is DPing me, and
I think you're talking from experience. Okay, continue.
Yes, absolutely. If this Ken is, doing his flowcharts and he always wins in this kind of manner, then he fights against this random Marisa, and for some reason he does his flowchart, he tries to DP out of it, and suddenly the first time in his life he's getting into 70%. GG's, Marisa wins.
Marisa wins.
So here's the thing. How big is the chance that he had fun?
I don't know.
That's my point. Did he have fun? Did he have fun? He did not have fun. He did. Well, let's be real. He did not have fun. He did not have fun. It is so rare to see someone getting immediately countered or punished for what he normally does, and that person goes like, oh, damn, that was kind of nice. No, most of the times, in my opinion, this day and age, if someone gets hit by something like that, first match in, they're like, well, I can't win. Let me just look for someone else where I can just throw my bullshit again.
And that's when I want to grab. No, I don't condone violence, by the way. But that's when I want to grab someone's neck and twist them. I'm gonna be honest, because look, I get it. Sometimes you want to have fun. You just want to be the best cookie in the jar and all that shit, right? And beat everyone up and think you're a fucking god. That's completely fine. There's single player fighting games for that. Beat 'em ups and everything. Go have fun.
Yeah.
If you're going with a mentality, okay, I'm gonna play Street Fighter 6, a fighting game where is my skill against theirs, right? And you're not going with a fighting spirit of saying, damn, I lost, let me see if I can beat this fucker at his own game. If that's not your first mentality, you're not playing the right game. I'm sorry, that's my simple opinion. If you just want to beat people up and think you're the best, they're single player fighting games, right?
No, okay. Objection. Because single player content is not versus someone.
True.
It is versus someone. Well, not versus someone, it's just versus an AI. And that's the thing.
AI, yeah.
Does that give the same satisfaction? No, it does not. They just want to win against someone else because they then can say, hey, I beat a human. So, in other words, I'm doing great. I'm getting rewarded for what I'm doing, and that reward feels good. Is it fun? Oh no, I think it's the most bitch-made thing ever, but it's still going to the point where people buy their games and do what they want to do with the game. If this is the way they want to play, no one is holding them back to play like this. But my question is, should fighting games, right, and the development team behind said fighting game, should they focus on that kind of behavior and minimize it? Because this is what I wanted to ask. In Tekken and or Street Fighter as an example, if you play ranked is what you play to get better and get a higher rank, right? The higher the rank, the more skilled you are. Why do you think that entire idea is just watered the fuck down? Because no, you can legit win once, run. Lose once, run. It's like you can rank up so easily in such a scummy way this day and age. Same goes for Street Fighter, because I know that Tekken does have a plugging penalty right now. I'm not sure if that is the case.
Does question mark?
It does. I think it does. I'm not sure if Street Fighter has it, because I've never seen someone getting penalized in Street Fighter 6 in ranked.
Honestly, I don't think so. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't think so either. So here you go again. You can just even plug and you don't get any penalties. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure if this is the case. But even without the plugging issue, the big issue being that in ranked, you can just run at any given moment after barely beating someone. You got your points. And you know that, oh, fuck, if I rematch now, he downloaded me. I will fucking lose my points. I can get the fuck out. Or if you lose in a very dominant way, that you can just say, oh, nope, I'm not going to lose my other points. Fuck that. So my question is, would it be smart for like the development team behind Tekken or Street Fighter to make something happen that if you queue into ranked, you have to commit for a set?
Yesn't.
Okay, talk about this. Yesn't. This is an interesting answer. Yesn't. Okay.
Yesn't. Okay. In my brain, right, in my body, I would say yes, right?
Okay.
Because it's me being me. I want to say yes because that's what I would do. Even if I was playing like against a character that I very dislike, like Yuri, I would still run the set. I'm ranked, right?
Yep.
I gotta deal with this. It's my choice. I chose this. I have to deal. I have to bite the bullet. For everyday Joe, no, honestly no, because look, like you said, they bought the game, right? They bought the game. It's for theirs to play how it is. Is it scummy? Yeah, it is. There's no way around it, right? You just literally stealing the win and running the fuck away like a bitch. Simple as that. Sure, I'm not talking about like real life scenarios where oh shit I gotta do something or something like that, right? That's a different conversation.
Right.
If you just run after like a almost win and you don't want to lose your points, that's scummy. Yes. Can we do anything about it? No, we can't, because unfortunately, like many people, I think you said it before, if I'm not mistaken. I might be just imagining things. The game was made to be fun, right?
Right. That's something I definitely said, yeah.
the game was made to be fun. So, at what point forcing people to play is fun? It is not.
Okay.
We're not on Evo. We're not being forced in quotation marks to play. It's just a random guy. Sure, it's ranked, but he's just a random guy who decided to go against me. He did not like it. He ran. Does it affect me? No, not really. I'll just look for another.
Until that shit happens like 7 times in a row, and
Seven
then you just
times,
don't
and
want
then
to
it starts to affect me mentally. But but I think that's a different topic then, and actually a good segue to this.
play.
Why are there so many?
Okay, so before we segue to that topic,
Before we segue to that.
I have a slight objection.
Go
Okay. Have you ever played Overwatch or Marvel Rivals?
on. Competitive?
Yes.
Overwatch, yes. Marvels, no.
So, Overwatch. You play competitive.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to run after one win?
No.
Why is it the case in fighting games then?
I have no idea.
This is what I mean. This, in my opinion, I ask you, like, would it be smart if they would force you to at least a best out of 3? They should absolutely fucking do it. Because you committed to queue into ranked. You chose to go into ranked. You should know what you queued for. This is not casuals. This is ranked. This is a test of skill. This is not just goofing. If you want to goof around and have fun, that is literally what casual's about. So that entire argument of, games are to have fun. Oh yeah, absolutely. You should play games to have fun, but ranked is not meant to. This sounds very elitist, but ranked is not exactly made to just have fun and goof around. That is literally why casuals or friend lobbies are for. Ranked is a test of skill.
Came from. Yes,
exactly.
That's where my yes part came from, because my side, like I said, me thing, like a you thing as well, right? You, Dave, and whoever else is on our side on this, we want the set of 3, right?
Yeah.
Well, we might be losing both games.
Fuck it.
But we want it.
Yes.
Right? We chose it. But this isn't about us anymore. This is a regular Joe thing. Overwatch doesn't do it. I don't know why they do it. I don't know why they don't, right? They do it. Does it work? I guess, right? Everyone keeps playing it.
And that's what
no one actually complains that, oh no, we have to continue. I never heard no one say, oh no, I wish I could leave, right? No one on Overwatch rank said that.
Well, plenty of people did.
Well, okay.
Well, plenty of people like, dude, I want to fucking alter for this match. But yeah,
okay, but
you just
that's a different conversation.
But you
like,
just
I want to alter for is different.
But you're not allowed to run in that game.
But no, you have to run. No, you are chained up, and if you do run, how dare you, right? You get punished.
Exactly.
As you should. Now, Street Fighter and Tekken and whoever else fighting game does it. I don't know if Guilty Gear does it. I don't know if Mortal Kombat does it. I don't play those games. I cannot speak for them.
MK1 does.
MK1 does. Okay. But for these games that don't order you to continue, it's just is what it is. I don't like it. I want to continue the set. Why are you running? But it is what it is, and we just gotta accept it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you wanted to talk about why there's so many people running. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Why are there so many bitches?
you go ahead and answer that, bro. Because I generally, as someone, my experience in fighting games lately, right? I'm not your average Joe, right? So fighting against people online, I get extremely frustrated because I'm generally not allowed to play anymore. I had legit sessions in Street Fighter 6 where I tried over 11 to 12 matches, not a single person rematched, and people even plugged. This is not me dick riding, shaft eating myself, by the way, saying, whoa, I'm so good. I am not even that good. I definitely am flawed in Street Fighter 6. It's not even a game I played too serious, but I am legit not allowed to play because a bunch of people, they just run. So why would they? Why is it so common lately?
They just don't like losing. And I don't know, because this is a bigger thing other than Street Fighter, right? This is an actual, like, real life thing, and we're not getting into that, right? Because that's not the point of the podcast. But as simple as I can put it, people don't like losing. And the fact that they have the ability to say, I have had enough of such losing, right? He just says, "Okay, I'm gonna leave." Like they fight against your Marisa, right? And they feel like, "Oh, I cannot do anything. I'm just gonna leave, right? I'm not winning this. I'm gonna leave." Or they fight against my Zangief, right? And they oh no, my winning stopped. I'm gonna leave. I don't want to play anymore. I'm not having fun. People just don't like losing.
I don't understand why people are so buttered about losing, dude. I don't know.
Because you know why? They don't see losing as like maybe like a learning thing. They just see losing as I'm not having fun.
I mean, okay, surely losing is not. Well, okay, maybe
It's not fun.
okay,
I mean,
maybe
sure, it can be.
yeah,
Sure.
honestly, maybe I'm coded with too much autism, but I actually think losing is fun because, bro, legit. If I lose in a way, I'm like, oh shit. Well, I did shit wrong, so it can be better. Okay, cool. I'll fucks with this. I will go to the lab.
Bro. Like yeah, if you're like a fucking lab maniac like yourself, I can see that. Like, damn, how did he beat me like that? Let me test this out, and then you find a way to counter it and fuck him up the next time you see him.
Yeah, bro, that feels that legit makes me. That is legit like the most fun part in fighting games to me. I know fighting games are most of the time just big knowledge checks, but the moment you check the knowledge and fuck someone up for doing that shit, bro, that feels godlike. But
But
that's me saying it.
that's you saying it. You are very focused on that part. The other people, let's say it again, casuals, don't do that normally.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't laugh because they don't. They see a video, even sometimes, let's be honest, they don't do that. But sometimes they see a video, a guide about their character. Oh, this works, this works, this works. Okay, let's go. And then in the middle of combat, they find that if they just do fucking a dumbass little flowchart that it works on common people, they keep doing it. The moment they hit someone who actually has labbed this exact fucking thing, right? And knows that when you do that, you are -5, and if you try to do anything, you're fucked, right?
Mm.
Then they start crying because, oh no, my flowchart isn't working anymore.
Dude, I want to say shit, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm
Say
not.
it.
I'm gonna. Yeah,
Say
you know
it.
what? Shit is unfiltered, right? Podcast unfiltered.
Shit is unfiltered.
That shit is raw, no
Because come on,
condom.
say it.
Bro, I think that is fucking. That is some weak ass shit. I'm sorry. That is so fucking weak. That you should know that if you play a fighting game, you boot up your fighting game, you should know what you're putting yourself into. Don't fucking think that, oh, I'm buying a fighting game. I'm going to fight online. This is a single player experience. I should just always win. Bro, you are fucking delusional if you think that you can go online and fight a game and think, I will always win. Bro, what the fuck are you on? Of course you're gonna fight against people being mad, nice, and or better than you. That is the entire point of a fighting game. And this is what you said before, where I'm like, okay, but they don't find any satisfaction if they fight against bots, but they act like they are fighting against bots because they really think that no one should beat them. Bro, that's actually the moment I'm gonna say, bro, fighting games are not for you. Go back to fucking Elden Ring or some shit. Go fight against a boss in Elden Ring.
Yeah, exactly.
This does not fit your entire description of playing a video game. If you think a fighting game online is a single player experience, maybe in Tekken 8 because you just mash and everything is plus, but that's not how it should go.
They're not playing a game to fight to win. They're playing the game to fight and win. Right?
Yeah.
They just want the win part. They're not fighting for the win. They're fighting and winning. The moment they don't get that second part, it's a problem. And the solution is not for them is not trying to get better.
But that's,
they might, right?
But don't they understand that if you boot up a fighting game, that's not how that works. You know what I mean? Like, you're right. You're absolutely right that, okay, this is what they expect, but expectation is something different to reality.
Correct.
And maybe you should realize that, hey, the way you think about this fighting game, that is not how that works, bro.
Quick. I'm gonna give you an example of literally what happened yesterday night, right? I don't know why or how, and you're gonna get jealous of this, by the way.
Oh boy.
I yesterday said, you know what, fuck it. I know I'm sleepy and tired. I'm gonna play Street Fighter, right? And I went for a casual.
Mm.
My first opponent was my last opponent. We fought 36 times, at least.
What in the fuck am I doing wrong to not deserve
It
this?
was an Akuma.
What the fuck? Nah,
It
bro.
wasn't Bro,
No.
I'm gonna be honest. At
Ma-
the beginning, it was contested, right? It was me winning, me losing, me winning, me losing. We were fighting. At some point, I was like super fucking tired, and it was me mostly losing. But I was still fighting because I thought this motherfucker is pushing me to my limits. I love it. Let's continue.
Wow. Man.
Because I was getting pissed, but I was not pissed at him, right?
Mm.
I was like pissed. Fucker is pushing me. He's hitting me with some knowledge ass check that I do not know.
Yep.
Let me see if I can do something, right? And I
Yeah.
kept remashing and remashing. And at some point, I was like 16 and he was like 20, right? Or something like that. And at some point, he left. I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's best. I'm also getting tired. But that was the like non-stop fighting from him. Non-stop. And I found someone that was like, he's winning, right? But the moment he loses, he's not running away. He never stopped fighting. He kept going and going and going until he said, okay, now I'm tired. And I said, understood. 36 fucking matches, right? I would be tired as well.
Yeah.
So it's not everyone, but there is, of course, people who actually want to keep fighting, like us, right?
Yeah, but
And he was also like a master rank, right? But he was not like grandmaster or anything. He was just a normal master rank.
Yeah.
But it's not about the rank. It's about the fact that he kept playing.
That part it feels so rare this day and age, dude.
It feels so fucking rare. Of course, I don't ask for everyone.
No,
right?
no, no.
Fuck no. Like 10 matches. If you're leaving after 10, completely understandable, right? No, you're probably tired of seeing my fucking face.
Yeah.
6, sure, as well. 2 matches, you're already running. Like, I guess
Yeah.
because it's the best out of 3. Sure, I take it. The first match.
Yeah, I don't know. This probably goes to the end of this podcast because I have to talk about the things I've been doing lately in life because I have been a fighting game enthusiast for a very long time in my life, and unfortunately the last couple of the last 3 years it definitely declined really hard, and I've been just enjoying Pokemon TCG and drawing, and I am literally making a 7 Cross Evolution remaster, by the way.
Literally making a new ass game, bro.
But that's beside the point. I wanted to say,
That's for later. Don't worry about it.
Maybe. But the thing is, one question for you as well.
Go on.
Do you still have... How do I ask this in a good way? Would you still put faith into the companies of fighting game, yes or no? And you can be honest about the answer.
My retarded ass would say yes.
Why would it be retarded, though?
No, because all the signs point to no, right? Most of the signs, not all. Let's be honest, not all. There is good signs, right? For some reason, Street Fighter is thriving. Tekken does have a recipe there to work. They just don't know how to, right?
Yeah.
Guilty Gear actually removed something that was bad for the game.
That's crazy, yeah.
MK1 is dead, but that doesn't count.
It doesn't, but you're right.
But like, they have the possibility of making one of the best fighting games of this decade, even, I would say, right?
Yeah.
In the palm of their hands, right? Literally, they have it. They are just fucking up too many points. And sometimes it tells me they don't got this. But I see the future, right? I'm having like a little vision where everything goes well. Tekken actually puts aggression in a nice way, right? That it's still fun for casuals. It's still Tekken 8, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Still about heat and everything, but it's not just oppression for no reason. While Street Fighter 6 actually fixes the little things and makes the game still fun for everyone, right? But not just a guerrilla matchup.
Right.
And where Guilty Gear somehow makes the biggest return and just becomes also like a good competitor for Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6,
Yeah.
Oh, and fucking why not? Soul Calibur returns from heaven and we make an actual good fighting game with weapons.
Cool. So MVC4 also happens and Doctor Doom is
Exactly,
Infinite
right?
again.
Exactly. and fucking Doctor Doom has like double cannons or some shit. Let's
Sick.
go.
And Gil is in the game. Let's just put him
And
in the.
Gil as a guest character for Marvel Capcom 4. Let's go. Again, look, there is a possibility of a bright future, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And there's no one else that we can give our hopes for except them, right?
Yeah.
Unless you also want to make a new fighting game. I'm with you on that one. I can help if you want. If you
Yeah,
want a
sure,
voice
bro.
actor.
I'm learning on Unreal Engine 5. Let's go. Yeah.
If you need a mocap or something, I got you. But like, we just have to wait.
Yeah, you're
We just
right.
have to wait. I know it's delusional, but I am hopeful for the good, right?
Okay. But yeah, to close it off, I think for me, I'll be honest, dude, about the question like, do you still have faith in in like the development team and all that?
Yeah, just be honest.
No. Just very honest, it looks so fucking grim to the point where I don't really see them do anything remotely like significant to the point where I'm like, whoa, holy fuck. Okay, you guys are really doing something good. You know what I mean? For me, it's like, I reached a point with fighting games where I'm like, this is so bare minimum, and you guys are hyping this shit up. This should have never been the case, but now it's really good for some reason. Best example is Tekken with the changes, right? Where they're like, oh, bro, we're so back to basics. And I'm like,
Back to basics.
bro, this should have never been the case. Why are what the fuck are you guys hyping about? This all these issues should have been reverted in season 1, week 1.
I don't know what basics they were going back to, bro.
Yeah.
Like back to season 1? What the fuck is this?
We're going back to season, well, yeah, and season 1 still had like a lot of heat issues, and yeah, okay, yeah, you fixed it, but I reached a point in life with fighting games where I'm like, I don't want to put myself into like these scenarios and situations where I'm hopeful for things that would happen that I would like, but I just already know it's not gonna happen, because the way I would like a game, like a fighting game, I would share the same opinion with at least 4% of the player base. The rest of the player base would not share the same sentiment or the same opinion. So development teams will never ever look at that opinion and will be like, you know what? This should be in a fighting game. This is how it should be. This character should be in the game. This is the way he should work. This is how this and this. So to me, I don't have faith in it, because I just know what I desire behind a fighting game is just not something they would do.
Not happening.
Exactly. Yeah. So for me, it's a no. But that doesn't mean that I am like, fuck fighting games. They all suck. It's trash. It will never become a good thing again. No, it has a lot of room to become very nice and consistent. But they should just show me this, and
not to promise it, actually show it.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not like, oh yeah, we've heard your feedback, and now we're just eating a burger and we're not doing anything. No, okay, you know the feedback. We'll do something with this, because to me, dude, again, Tekken has been out for 2 to 3 years. I think 2 years. And now we're hyping up something that should have been changed in the first week. Like, are we serious?
I like how like every complaint you're having right now, although it does fit to others, it mostly fits with Tekken at this point.
No, but dude,
because literally the promise of change wasn't it like season 1 or like going to season 2, like, hey guys, we heard your complaints about the lack of defense and too much offense. So we heard your complaints, and to respond to this problem, we're gonna double the offense and fuck the defense.
Yes, this is my point. Like, I know. Yes, okay, they're doing shit good now, but how in the flying fuck did that ever happen? Where we were complaining about offense in season 1 a lot, because yes, it is mad oppressive. It was mad oppressive. Then they literally say, we're gonna focus on defensive options, and what did they do? They doubled down on the issues. I'm like, bro, yeah, and you guys want me to have faith in this? No, I'm good.
No way, yeah.
I'm good.
Again, I installed Tekken for a reason. I'm not coming back on that unless I actually see the difference.
And yeah, they're doing good stuff now, but it's not good enough. And yeah, they could fix it. It's the second question if they will. So again, to end the podcast for today, and the question at hand, at the moment, no, I absolutely don't have faith in like development teams and, you know, the balancing and the people behind the like the way they balance, and no, I really don't have faith in it. But
Honestly, I am jealous of you on that mentality, because being hopeful kind of hurts.
I'm not sure if you should, because it does really sound like I'm extremely doom and gloom and negative, but I don't want to be this doom and gloom and negative person. But
I know you don't, man, but I'm gonna be honest. That's the thing when I say like my dumbass or something like that. Like, of course I want to have hope, right?
right,
Because I love fighting. Like, I like how, like, at the start I was never a fighting game person, right?
yeah,
But when I found out Tekken and I found out the world, I joined and I felt like I was at home, right?
yeah,
Because I feel for this. I love fighting games. So now I hope for the best, but then when it doesn't happen, it hurts because I can see it possible, but it's not happening.
it's not
for
happening.
some reason.
Yeah, and to piggyback on that and put it in contrast, to me, I already joined fighting games when I was younger, right? I played fighting games in like a completely different era of fighting games. So I went through, in my opinion, the peak moment of fighting games, which were like Street Fighter 4, UFC 3, right?
Yeah.
Those moments, a lot of people would say like, yeah, those were legit the best times for fighting games. So me being kind of, I'll be honest, I'm just stuck in the past, because every single time I think about fighting games, I'll just go back to Marvel 3. So seeing how that was and how fun it was, and comparing that to what we're dealing with right now, I'm like, bro, yeah, no, I don't have any faith in this. So yeah, I think don't, again, there's no reason to have like to be either or jealous, or that it's bad to be faithful, because it's good that you still have faith in it. But to me, I just hope they can just prove me wrong. That is where I'm at right now. I don't have faith in it, but I'm so happy and open to see them proving me wrong. If you can prove me wrong, bro, I'm fucking happy to say, holy shit, I'm so happy I'm wrong. Just show me this. If you can show me this, perfect.
It's to be seen, I guess, right?
Yeah, time will tell. That's the only thing we can do.
Time will tell.
All right, you know what? It is. This honestly was a really good first episode. Holy shit, bro! It just means that we have a lot of opinions about things, and we just have like so many ideas, and we want the best for fighting games, but it's so hard to just like stand behind the fighting games at the moment. To me, at least, for me. But yeah, the fact that we can talk about fighting games for 1 hour and 25 minutes is crazy.
Because we care. We care about these games.
That's true. That is definitely true. So you know what? I think this is a really good first episode. And is there anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea what to say. It's just, let's be hopeful, right? Let's be hopeful that fighting games will actually turn out to be better than what they are today. That's the best I can hope for.
I have something to say.
Go on.
So about Lela, right? So many things we could talk about in the next episode.
Yeah.
So and
Gotta make a list.
maybe if someone else also interested, I'll just let them know, like, hey, you can tune in and chime in, talk about it as well. So
Yeah, having more people would be interesting, more opinions and everything.
absolutely, like the triangle of opinions would be really cool to hear. So you know what? With that said, everybody, thank you all so much for watching this podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Again, this is just a podcast of two guys really liking fighting games, and we just hope the best for the fighting games. And hopefully time will tell if it will be better, or if my speculation of not having faith in this was kind of good and smart to just not have faith in it. Because yeah, that is definitely how I feel about fighting games right now. Take care, everybody. See you guys in the next episode. And see y'all in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Take care.